In terms of the STEM numbers are looking good, but the leadership numbers not so much, and that's across sectors, but particularly in tech as well. So what are you doing specifically to ensure that you actually groom women leaders?
So, there's one program that I'm particularly proud of, Shireen, which we call the Enrich program. And like I said, at the middle management, if you're able to spur them to take on those roles, and what are you doing as an organization to enable them to take on those roles? So I think the Enrich is more, it's not a mentorship program, it's a sponsorship program. And there's a huge difference between the two, where we want our leaders, male or female at the top, to actually raise their hand and say, hey, here is this lady, very competent, this role coming up, I would suggest that you put her there. So I think that's made a huge difference, because now we are the third batch of it, almost 100 of them in that program, with almost 60-70% of them getting roles which are way above what they thought they would otherwise get. I think more than that, the Enrich is clearly one thing that we're very proud of. The second, I think, is also in terms of leadership commitment, Shireen, because I have seen a lot of leaders doing lip service to this, to say, hey, it's the right thing to do, you must do it, and so on and so forth. But then please look at your own direct team. Yeah. And if you don't see diversity there, then people will just assume that, it's nice to say, but you're not doing anything about it. We've actually seen the meter move. So right at the top, so our CXO level numbers have moved from a 7% to almost a 20% in the last 3 years. And I think it is initiatives like this which has really made us move the needle there.
Well, that's a significant jump that you've seen from 7 to 20 in
and I
3
think
years.
It's also,
is there a target that you've now set?
So it's more than a target, Shireen. I think it's simple things. And Ashwini, you alluded to it. I had a look at the job descriptions that were put out. You need someone with 10 hands, 20 hands, legs, etc., etc. Just dump it down, because finally you're not going to be using all of that in that individual. So why even put it out there? Because we've seen that even if you give such a gory description, you have 10 men raising their hands to say, hey, I can do that. And the woman just looks at it and says, oops, this is not me. I can't do this. Yeah. So all we did was to just say, hey, just put out 1, 2, 3 things that you think are absolutely necessary for this role, and just look at your slate. Yeah. And all we're saying is, I just want a slate of profiles which are diverse. I'm not going to mandate whether you finally hire the woman or not, but get that slate. And that slate has definitely improved with just one action.
For more news and updates, all you need to do is follow CNBC TV18 on all of our digital platforms.